So as you can see, my desk certainly is not a clean desk. I hope that's a good thing. I I find that I have my fingers in so many different things that very seldom do I clean things up. So what you're seeing here is the typical desk at my work with some little napkins there, gluing going on for my Viper Sharp parts. Viper Sharp parts over here. Cardboard is going to go in between the clamps. The glued on rubber parts there. A screwdriver over here. A knife on this side. Some stones there, and some other parts that help me with working on things. So welcome to my life. So I really like this quote from Albert Einstein. If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what then is an empty desk a sign? And I think there's a lot to that. If we can work in a little bit of chaos, oftentimes that indicates a certain level of creativity. But it also indicates somebody who has a lot going on. And I always have a lot going on. And every once in a while I clean up my mess. And I'm going to clean up a lot of this today as I leave and take it home to work at home. But this is similar to my workspace at home that I need to clean up as well for everything that I have going on with my Viper Sharp. So if your desk looks like this, then you might have a lot going on and you might be getting things done. If it looks cleaner than this, I don't know, maybe you want to spend more time, less time cleaning and more time on working on things. But anyway, that's my funny for the start of the webinar. Let's jump into Google AdWords and get some things started here. So. As always, for those of you joining us live here, the question box is up, and I've got it open here, paying attention to things. So let me know if you have questions. So Google's made some updates recently, so I think it's a good time to start doing these webinars. So we're going to jump right into getting started with a campaign running an ad on Google, and this is one of the most complicated things to learn with marketing. There's a lot to it. It takes a lot of time to set up. I am not going to get through all of it in this call tonight, most likely. Okay. It's probably going to take me longer than one webinar to go through this. But what you'll do is you come into Google's AdWords system. It'll probably take you into here in the overview, I suppose, and interesting new version. All right, it says a new version is available, so they've updated even since yesterday. So let's refresh the page there. And while that's refreshing, I'm going to go ahead and jump over to SpyFu and show you how I can spy on my competition a little bit to see what ads they're running that are working well. And you can get a certain amount of this information even without. All right, I need a competitor to put in here. Even without paying for this, you'll get some of this available. So, all right, where can we go? Let's do a search here for. No, let's see, precision sharpening system. I think will show one of my ads. Yes, so I wanted to get my knife sharpener showing up here in the sponsored ads, and so that is one that I have running, and so I am showing right up there at the top. I don't get a whole lot of clicks to that. There we go. So there's the overview page. So I have the a video ad that I ran for a little bit. I've got Viper Sharp 1 here, which is my shopping ad that I've only had 7 clicks on, and it's been running for, a month or more here. So I think it's just the ads or the keywords I'm focusing on. The precision sharpening system, isn't getting a lot of searches or clicks or something. But anyway, so people are seeing it there. And this is cool. Look at this as far as statistics go. First page of Google twice. See that, guys? Isn't that cool? So this, unfortunately, isn't a phrase that drives a whole bunch of traffic. But hey, here I am with an ad and 2 placements on the first page of Google. And I wonder, no, somebody else on Amazon is showing up. So I've only got 3 placements on the first page of Google, but that's not too bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th place and 6th place in the top 10 on Google. Not too bad at all. So if we let's look at these stats just real quick. So from the all campaigns section or overview, we can go to campaigns over here on the left. And so here we can see some more statistics. So this Viper Sharp 1 is the one that's running. So it's had 583 impressions. I've had 583 people see the ad come up, but I've only had 7 interactions or 7 clicks from it with an average cost of 61 cents per click. Now, I'm not tracking conversions. I'd have to put a conversion pixel in to find out if any of those converted for me. I don't know, honestly, but I have had sales. I'm doing a lot of other marketing. But what we want to do today is go through how to start an ad. So we're going to look at this big blue button with the plus sign here to start an ad. So we click on that, and that'll bring us into a page to say, well, what kind of ad do you want to start? You want to do a search network ad, a display network, a shopping, a video, a universal app. So let's talk about these a little bit. I'm going to do just a brief intro on this. Please, guys, if you have questions on this, now's the time. Ask me questions if I'm not covering enough here so that we get it in the webinar. And if we need to go through multiple, other webinars to cover all these details, that's fine. We can do that. But I want to make sure that whatever information I am giving is as complete and clear as necessary so that everybody can get some good insights from what we're doing. So first, what is a search network ad? Well, the search network is Google's network. Google's search network, generally speaking. So somebody searching on Google, like I did right here, it'll be an ad that'll show up at the top of Google. So if we do a search for knife sharpening system, so these are shopping ads. And I'm surprised that I'm not seeing other ads to come up. That normally that's what I would expect to see. I see them down here. Let's try knife sharpener, and it might be that there just isn't anybody searching for or bidding on that particular ad. And then I think a lot of people they're going to this format. Google wants to see this. You've got an image of your product there, and I think that is something that people are seeing. Now, this is something interesting right here to see the product in use is really cool. You see how both of these are showing it in use. So that's an idea that I need to do, is take a picture or have somebody take a picture of me using the sharpener. I think that would help. So that's something I'm planning on doing. So there we've got an ad right there from IKEA, of all people, bidding on a knife sharpener. All right, so search network ads, that's this kind of stuff right here, and the ones that show up at the bottom. The display network are ads that show up on other websites that are related to this topic. So see if we can show you an example of that here. If we come down to Mal Knives, this is a blog type site. And so let's check that out and see if they have ads running. And I'm not seeing ads on that page. We'll check one more and see if we can find something. where I would expect to see in Bed Bath Beyond, the Sweet Home, Cooks Illustrated. That might be a good one. All right. Do they have ads showing? And no, again, I'm not seeing ads showing up. They usually show up on blogs, so let's do a search for Knife Sharpener blog and come into this one, and then do we see some ads showing up there? He doesn't have ads showing. What about this guy here? Oh, look at that, man. Just zero. There we go. So now we're seeing these ads over here. See, these are ads on the blog, and that's where you would see Google ads show up. All of these things on the side here, these are advertisements. Now, these guys are most likely paying for these ads. This might be a good place for me to advertise, but that's the kind of thing that you would expect from the display network. Oftentimes that can end up putting your ads on competing sites, and it's not very valuable in my opinion. It's not something that I would pay Google for. I would pay well, unless you want branding. If you're looking for just branding, get images out there, get people seeing. I guess I shouldn't say it's not a good ad to have. It just depends on what your expectations are. You will convert more. You'll get more conversions from a search network ad or a shopping ad than you will from a display network ad. So let's put it that way. Okay. Shopping we've shown, that's the ones that show up at the top there. Video ads are going to be similar. This is new. I haven't messed with this much, but this is more. This is not on Google itself, but this is on YouTube, where you would be advertising on YouTube, which is owned by Google. So you'd be doing ads through YouTube, and then of course the app is for phones and mobile devices. What we want to do today is I'm going to take you through the most basic, the old style, the original search network ad, and we're going to check this. So, all right. So, and by the way, this is the first time I'm going through this too. So this is all new to me. When I did my last ads, I had the old version of Google AdWords. So this is all new. Influence consideration. So let's see what this is all about. These goals expose settings and tips to encourage customers to explore what your business offers. What do we want from them, I guess? Okay, so they're saying use, okay, so goals. I see. They got a goals heading over here. Use goals, select the actions you'd like customers to take. All right. Drive action, expose settings and tips. Okay. Call your business, buy on your website. That is what I'd like to do. All right. Let's put my domain name in there. All right. And then we'll continue. Campaign name. Knife Sharpener. And we're going to put this on the search network. So right here it says networks, and it tells you what they are. So search network, ads can appear near Google search results and other Google sites when people search for items that are relevant to your keywords. And then it says here, check this box, and it has it by default, include Google Search Partners. I usually do not do that. So Google Search Partners, this we'll talk about it, are sites in the search network that partner with Google to show ads on their search results. So basically it's other small websites that are just using Google to show ads on their site. And lower quality, again, conversions are not as good quality as what you get just on Google. I'm going to uncheck that. We might play with that later, and I can run one just to show you the difference and why I think it doesn't do as well. Ad display network, no, I do not want to. Well, you know what? Yes, I might want to do that with a new product like this, wanting to get the word out there. That may not hurt to do that. Hopefully, it won't extend our call too long tonight. Devices, ads will show on all eligible devices by default. Okay, that's good. Locations, United States, that's all I want. You can really narrow that down. I could narrow it down just to a specific state if I wanted to. Languages, English is all I want. Bidding, manual, cost per click. The other options here, we could do a target cost per acquisition. Sets bids to help you get the most conversion value while maintaining your target cost per acquisition. Maximize clicks, sets bids to help you get the most clicks within your budget. Target ROAs, sets bids to help you get the most conversion value while maintaining your target return on ad spend. ROAs is ROAS, return on ad spend. Target outranking share, sets bids to help you outrank another domain's ads. Target search page location, sets bids to help you get your ads to the top of the page or on the first page of search results. Enhanced CPC, adjust your manual bids up or down to help you increase conversions. Maximize conversions, sets bids to help you get the most conversions within your budget. Again, this is all very new. All of this, and then we've got the manual cost per click right here. Set your own maximum cost per click for your ads. Oftentimes we have used stuff like this when I worked for a marketing company, but most of the time we would just manage it and handle it there rather than those kinds of tools, because very often when you try and use something like this that Google offers, it just doesn't do all that great. If you put manual cost per click and you put a high, so let's say I want to bid as high as $2 per click. If the next person below me is only bidding $1.50, then I'm only going to spend $1.50, or maybe $1.51. I'm not necessarily going to spend $2 per click. So delivery method, standard. Accelerated means that it will well, let's click on this. So accelerated, spending budget more quickly. This may cause your budget to run out sooner. Standard, spend your budget evenly over time. So you're kind of showing more consistent over time. If somebody does the same search 5 times within an hour, they're only going to see your ad maybe once or twice rather than every single time. Or at least if they're clicking on it, they won't be seeing it every time to come back and click over and over and over. All right, start and end dates. I could set an end date. I'm not going to. Site link extensions. I can add additional links to my ad. Call out extensions. I'm not going to worry about any of that. That's detailed stuff. We're going to go through just the basics here today because, like I say, it's complicated enough. We'll get into all that advanced stuff later on if I decide I want to get to it. Okay. All right. Now we've got an ad group level. So we've created our basic campaign settings. Now we need to set an ad group up. So the ad group, I'm going to carry on with an ad group that's just a knife sharpener again. Enter or paste your keywords, 1 phrase per line. I definitely want knife sharpener. So over here, they've got these get keyword ideas. This is kind of tied into the keyword tool that I've taught you guys to use in the keyword webinars. So monthly searches on knife sharpener, 60.5 thousand searches. So I'm going to target that phrase. Sharpening stone, no. Work sharp, no. That's another system, but it's an electric system. Best knife sharpener, sure. I'll target that one. Sharpener, no. Wicked edge, that's my competition. Electric knife sharpener, chef's choice knife sharpener aren't relevant to me. Scissor sharpening, there's another competitor right there. Work sharp, Smith. So notice these phrases, the top phrases, a lot of them are brand specific. I can't wait to get thousands of people searching my brand each month. Diamond sharpening stone, blade sharpening, professional knife sharpener, we'll add that one. Blade sharpening, I don't know, I just don't feel like that's going to get me the buyers, you know, it's more of a generic search. Pocket knife sharpener, I'll do. Kitchen knife sharpener. All right, I think that's good. We could definitely look at. I never recommend adding all. You want to really be specific. So if you remember when we talked about um, optimization on a web page, each page needs to have a very specific focus. With eBay, when you're creating keywords within your eBay title, you've only got 80 characters. We want to be very specific and relevant to what that product is. We want to do something similar here. We want to keep our phrases pretty similar. So I've got knife sharpener, I've got best knife sharpener, I've got professional knife sharpener, pocket knife sharpener, kitchen knife sharpener. Notice something consistent here? Hopefully you're all noticing that. Every one of these key phrases contains that phrase knife sharpener. Okay. Now, the next thing we want to look at is match type. Okay. Match types help control which searches can trigger your ads. So just the keyword alone equals broad match. The keyword with quotes around it equals phrase match. A keyword with these brackets around it equals exact match. Okay. And I think it's worth clicking on this learn more here, and let's see if we can get this to come up so you can understand this a little bit. And see if they talk about it, or maybe I'll just explain it. Yeah, that wasn't really helpful. All right, so let's go through this and explain this. If I do a search, let's go to, I want to keep this. I'm going to save this. Oh, no, I want to, let's see. I'm not using my brain properly. Right there. Save that in my bookmark so I can come back to it. All right, so we want to go back to Google. So if we do a search for knife sharpener, if we bid on that phrase and somebody searches for knife sharpener, then my ad will come up right here next to IKEA. Okay, and so I'll be there for them to see. But what you have to think about if we're explaining these, what broad match is, for example. Broad match is anytime the keyword is shown, your ad's going to show. So if somebody types in, I don't like my knife sharpener, and for some reason does a search like that, my ad's going to show up right there. If they search for sharpen without a knife sharpener, my ad is going to show up right here, okay, because it contains this word. So I generally recommend not using broad match. That's something that we usually don't want to do unless your whole goal is just brand awareness, getting your brand out there, getting seen. If you want to just blast the world to, get it out in front of as many eyes as possible. But what I want is the eyes that are looking for my product. That's really what I want, and I don't want irrelevant searches. So I want to do at least phrase match, possibly exact match. Okay, so what I need to do is come into each of these and put my quotations around there. And honestly, I'm going to go ahead with the exact match. So my ad will only come up if knife sharpener is searched, that phrase, just those two words in that order. Then I'm going to do this here. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll come up here to my ad group and I'll change this to exact. Ad group name, exact. Okay, because this is not the ad. This is just for my information. Okay, so this tells me this is the exact match ad group. All right, save and continue. Oh, I missed the default bid section, which they used to just let that go from the campaign settings. Maybe I got confused on that campaign setting. I wonder if that was, hope that wasn't an overall budget. I have to go back and update that. Save and continue. All right, so now we can create a new ad. Now this is where we want to go in and take a look at, and this is where I want to get some of my competitors' information here. Oh, Edge Pro is what I'm looking for. Where are you guys? If I throw the word Edge in there, they're going to come up. Wicked Edge, Edge Pro Inc. right there. All right, so we're going to take that and we're going to throw that over here into SpyFu and get some data from SpyFu to show me what they've got going on. So all right, and then we can scroll down. I showed you guys this last week. It's in our webinars. If you go into the marketing webinars and you want to see this as a recording, the intro to SpyFu is right there in the active marketing webinars. Okay, and this one PPC is going to go right underneath that. All right, so we want to go down and look at their ad history, AdWords history. So what has worked well for them, right? That's kind of what I want to look at is what, and they've got their top ads right over here. So top ads, get the sharpest edge on your blade, use what the pros use. Edge Pro knife sharpeners, get the sharpest edge on your blade, use what the pros use, get the sharpest edge on your blade, use what the pros use. Well, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting that they are consistently using that terminology? If they are using that, those words, it's obviously working. It's something that's working for them. So that's something that for me to think about. Let's click on this one. Get the sharpest edge on your blade. Use what the pros use. That's all they're doing. What I'm going to do is do a variation on that because it's not plagiarism. I can do exactly what they're doing with their ad as long as I'm not using their trademark name. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'll go in here and let's see. We have so this is the headline right here: Amazing Knife Sharpeners, Amazing Knife Sharpeners, the Apex model, Edge Pro Inc., Edge Pro Knife Sharpeners. That's the heading. Okay, so that's our headline 1. Then we've got headline 2. Actually, that's the display path. All right, let's and then the description. So let's go here and see if we can paste that in. Get the sharpest edge on your blade. Like a pro. All right, get the sharpest edge on your blade like a pro. All right, and then we got headline 1 and 2. They're showing you where that goes. So I want to direct people right to my product. So we want to go right into the actual product. So this, I'm going to copy that link right there to the product so that when they click on my ad, they're coming, boom, right there to the actual product. I'm not going to make them go to my homepage and then try to figure out how to get there. I'm going to send them right to the product. Okay. 4 customer reviews, which are all 4 or 5 stars. So that's nice to see that there, and they'll see that when they come in. So that is going to be my final URL right there. Headline 1, again, I'm going to go look at some of what they've done here. Sharpening systems, what ads are they using there? Pro Knife Sharpener, they're using their brand. So that's something that I could certainly do. Knife sharpening system. All right, so I'm going to try. And I can't, in this headline 1, Google will not allow me to put the words best, the best knife sharpening system, unless I have actually been awarded that terminology in some authentic fashion. You know, if Blade Show 2018 says that awards me that award or something, then then I might be able to get away with that. Knife sharpening system, Viper Sharp kit, sharpen kit. I'm just going to do that. So knife sharpening system hyphen Viper Sharp. How does that stack up? I think that looks pretty good. All right. So there's our headline 1, headline 2. This is important that we're using something related to the keywords that we're targeting. Okay. Sharpening instead of sharpener, but still pretty close to knife sharpener. Actually, that's what I could do. Knife sharpener, so that way we're actually relevant. And that's another thing that Google looks at to determine the ranking of your ad or the cost and the quality score, the overall quality score, which is something that I might need to put in there. All right. Get the sharpest edge on your blade. I'm going to take out like a pro. Sharpest edge on your blade with the Viper Sharp knife sharpener. So they've got a character count here. I can go up to 80 characters on this. And I don't know that they're actually hitting that with theirs. But that looks pretty good. So this is what my ad will look like. Knife sharpening system, Viper Sharp knife sharpener, vipersharp.com. Get the sharpest edge on your blade with the Viper Sharp knife sharpener. I'm going to change this. There we go. Okay. I like it. I can do multiple ads, so we'll say done on that, and then I can create another ad if I wanted to. And so we can test these ads to see which one performs best. So let's go back and actually copy this URL here. Put that in. So I'm going to send this to the same page. Here I want to let's do professional knife sharpener. Viper Sharp. Okay. Get the best. Were they using? They are using capitalization on that. Best edge on your blade like a pro. Get Viper Sharp. All right, I like that. See what they're saying here. Your ad's description appears below the display URL and can be updated. Characters, your description, and other parts of your ad, including extensions, may show in different configurations based on the device that is that a potential customer is using. Yeah. All right. Good. I'm happy with it. Done. So I've got 2 ads now. I'm going to save and continue. These are both on exact match. So there we are. Max. Okay. Good. Let's go. So I've set up my ads. That wasn't too hard, right? Pretty quick there. So I've got some ads set up. Hopefully, it wasn't too hard for me. You guys doing it the first time, you might have to go through this a few times and review it. I don't know. But I want to go back and just check my campaign details. Default max CPC. Okay, so that was the max cost per click. All right, good. So, all right. So now I just need to watch each day to see what happens, and you've got to make sure you've got money in here. If you're doing it, if you're paying as you go, putting money in when you want to, then you got to make sure that you have money in order to run your ads. I don't even see where that option is now. Look under the 3 dots there and maybe billing and payments. So there we can go in and look at the billing setup. Remaining credit 33. Make a payment. So I'll go in and make a payment in here and add maybe a couple $100 to run some more advertising. I want to probably use a different card though, so I'll have to update that. So I'm going to make a payment on that so that I have more money so that my ad will run for a little while. So, all right, I'm going to pause the screen share while I work on this credit card. If you guys have any questions, now's a great time to throw questions at me because I'm pretty much done with the content I wanted to share today. So throw your questions at me while I'm working on updating this. That way we can get some additional information in here if we need to. Like I said, I want to make sure that everybody who watches this is getting enough information to get the basics started, and we'll be able to get this set up for themselves. No questions, huh? Okay. Well, I thank you all for joining tonight. I hope this was helpful for you. I like to do to share this information, and hopefully it's something that will be seen as valuable, and everybody will get something out of it to be able to boost your business. Paid advertising can be very valuable, very, very helpful for you to do. So it is something that I would recommend learning and implementing. It's a great way to increase traffic, and it does take some time to dial it in to make sure that you're doing things right to get sales, and you'll have to spend some money to perfect it, to get the traffic that you want, and make sure that they're doing what you want when they come to your site. But it sure is, once you get it going, it sure is a great way to bring traffic in. Now, the other thing you have to look at is what your profit margin is, and dialing it in means that you eventually get to the point where you're spending less than you're making. Initially, the first month or two, or 3 or 4 sometimes, big companies that start new ads will sometimes go 6 months negative, just spending money, refining, and getting better. Most of the time, it's not going to take that long, especially if they have professionals doing setting things up for them. They'll be positive early on. But for you, brand new, learning all of this, it may take a month or two before you really see sales coming in enough that it's above and beyond what you're spending. But honestly, if you're thinking of spending money, paying somebody to do marketing for you or anything like this, put it here first. Because this is direct marketing. This is direct access to customers. You can't get any better than this. So I will have more webinars in coming weeks talking about this, and so we'll have a lot more on the site to discuss this. I do have a question that I want to answer, so thank you very much, Tina, for putting this in. I really appreciate it. Her question was, is Google the only place that you advertise on? There are many places you can advertise. No, it's not the only place I advertise. It is the primary place I do traditional PPC, like I've shown you tonight. You've got Google, Yahoo, and Bing are the biggest three. Yahoo and Bing are now both owned by Microsoft, and so they're basically the same. Last I heard. Now, I haven't done a lot of haven't been paying a lot of attention to the PPC. They may have split again. I don't know. But as far as I know, Yahoo's still owned by Microsoft, and so ads you place on Bing are also going to show on Yahoo, so kind of a shared platform there. There are smaller search engines out there that you can pay, but and some of them are real cheap. 7search.com is a real cheap one, but the quality of traffic isn't all that great either. Those smaller search engines have a very small share of the traffic. They don't have a lot of people using them, so your results aren't going to be near as good as what you'll get on Google. So currently I am advertising on Google like this, and I am advertising on Facebook. Those are the primary areas where I advertise, and Facebook owns Instagram. So I think the last ad that I started today for Father's Day is actually running on Instagram as well as Facebook. Okay. So thank you all for joining tonight. Good to see you here. Everybody have a great night.